Thank you for staying with us on the newsroom. I am Abisola Adebayo. Justice Osatohawe Obaseki Osahe of the National Industrial Court in Abuja has ordered the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission to immediately put in place a machinery to start the upward review of salaries for some judicial officers. The judge gave the ruling on Thursday in a case filed by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Sebastian On. The senior advocate had approached the court to seek a salary increase for Nigerian judges. In his ruling, Justice Obaseki Osahe also ordered an upward review of the salaries of the affected judicial workers every year or at most every 2 years. She also awarded a 500,000 judgment cost in honor of the claimant to be paid by the first, second and third respondents. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has instituted a lawsuit compelling the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to prevent All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Bola Tinubu and Labour Party standard-bearer Peter Obi from replacing their running mate with Senator Kashim Shettima and Senator Dati Baba Ahmed, respectively. The PDP is also asking the court to declare that Tinubu and Obi be disqualified unless they contest alongside their previous running mates Kabiru Masari and Donyo Kukwe, respectively. Tinubu had nominated Masari as a surrogate running mate in order to beat the June 17 INEC deadline. Obi had also nominated his campaign manager Okukwe as an interim running mate. The PDP is now asking the court to determine if Tinubu and Obi are bound by the submission of Masari and Okukwe respectively as their running mates. Thousands of police officers and other security personnel have been stationed in strategic places ahead of the Osun governorship election. The state governorship election is billed to be held on Saturday. Usman Baba, the Inspector General of Police, said 21,000 officers had been deployed for the process. The IGP, who spoke in Osogbo at the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) stakeholders meeting, said the deployment was not to intimidate residents but to prevent miscreants from hijacking or disrupting the election process. The COVID-19 infection rate in Scotland have increased for the 6th week in a row. This is according to the Office for National Statistics (ONS). Data for the week ending July 7th estimated that 1 in 16 people in Scotland would have tested positive for the coronavirus. This was a slight increase from the 1 in 17 persons in the previous week. The ONS, however, says its positivity rate is based on the percentage of people in each UK nation who tested positive for COVID using a recorded PCR test. 8 oil-producing states in Nigeria received 144.31 billion naira from the Federation account in the first quarter of 2022. The amount is a statutory allocation of the 13% derivation formula as enshrined in Section 162, subsection 2 of the Nigerian Constitution. The states were Delta, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Rivers, Edo, Ondo, Imo, and Abia states. The National Bureau of Statistics made this known in its latest Federation Account Allocation Committee FAC report. It is, however, not clear why Lagos State did not receive the statutory allocation in the period under review. Ghanaian Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia has warned of tougher times ahead as the country seeks an IMF bailout amid a spike in inflation that hit 29.8% in June. An IMF staff mission concluded a visit to the country on Wednesday to assess the country's economic situation and discuss the aid package. The government has now blamed the external factors, including the war in Ukraine, for its woes. The Vice President in his address explained that the immediate task of the government is to restore fiscal and debt sustainability, which will be through revenue and expenditure measures as well as structural reforms. Tokyo is set to host the 2025 World Athletics Championships, beating competition from Kenya, Poland, and Singapore. Announcing the decision, the World Athletics President Sebastian Coe said Tokyo offered a compelling bid among an extremely strong field of candidates. The announcement was made on the eve of the opening of the 2022 Championships in the U.S. state of Oregon. Last year, Tokyo hosted a delayed Olympics Games behind closed doors because of the coronavirus pandemic. That's all on the newsroom at this time. Thank you for watching.